A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke, chapter 12, verses 49 to 53. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. Jesus said to his disciples, "I've come to start a fire on this earth. How I wish it were blazing right now. I've come to change everything, turn everything right side up. How I long for it to be finished. Do you think I came to smooth things over and make everything nice? Not so. I've come to disrupt and confront. From now on, when you find 5 in a house, it will be 3 against 2 and 2 against 3, father against son and son against father, mother against daughter and daughter against mother, mother-in-law against bride and bride against mother-in-law." The Gospel of the Lord.
Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with God, and I am Father Joseph Matthew. Today, on the 23rd of October, we reflect on the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 12, verses 49 to 53. The fire of Christ and the cross of life. The disciples of Jesus were waiting for a Messiah who would be a glorious conqueror, a king who would bring peace and prosperity. But Jesus speaks of judgment, suffering, and division. It is not the golden age they were expecting. Fire in the language of the scripture is a symbol of judgment. Jesus reminds us that his coming demands a choice, and his word burns away illusions and false securities. Like fire, it purifies and reveals what is true. We may want to soften the sharpness of Jesus' words, but they always carry us to a moment of decision. Jesus speaks of his baptism. He is not talking about water, but about being plunged into suffering, the baptism of the cross. He is fully aware of what is to come, and yet he walks toward it willingly, out of love. This is the paradox of the Christian faith. The king triumphs by sacrificing his life. Finally, Jesus explains that his arrival will cause division. We understand how true this is, as families, friends, and nations can be divided over the choice to follow or reject Christ. Loyalty to him must take precedence over all other relationships. The question for us today is simple yet demanding. Do I allow the fire of Christ to purify my heart? Do I embrace his cross as the way of life? Am I willing to choose Christ even when it costs me? Jesus is not a distant conqueror. He is the king whose crown is thorns and whose castle is the cross. He invites us to share his victory, not by avoiding the fire, but by passing through it with him.